Hello, beautifuls, and welcome. We are going to be doing an astrology reading. This is just going to go over the astrological forecast, and then we'll just get into the cards to tap into collective energy, see what messages are here for you. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, babes, please like and subscribe. Please consider getting a personal reading if you're interested. Comment below or email barefootbalancedmama@gmail.com. Tips and donations are appreciated. If you're interested in donating to the church, its Cash App is below mine in the description below. Alright, that being said, I'm just going to read for the next week. For April 27th through May 3rd, the year offers yet another wonderful week for love and romance. You can easily forget the stresses of the world on Tuesday if you schedule time for your sweetie. Try to enjoy each other's company in the moment without focusing on long-term plans or obligations. Others of you, on a personal level, just trying to release commitments for a moment, bringing yourself peace, releasing weight in some way from schedule restrictions. The same goes for singles. You can have a fruitful dating experience as long as you accept the other for who they are. If you get too picky or overly idealistic, you could pass on a very caring suitor. In the same fashion, be wary of not having any kind of bar for someone to hit. At least make sure this character meets moral quality. If it's outside factors that make you feel uncertain of things working out, it may still be worth pursuing. Like maybe you weren't willing to date someone with children originally, and this person has children, and so it's worth dating somebody with children. Alright. Friday's full moon, which is in Scorpio, offers the opportunity to put your long-term love life on firm ground if you vow once and for all to establish clear boundaries against manipulation and mind games and play it straight and honest. You might want to avoid, for some of you, they may not clearly understand what you consider a manipulation or a mind game. For some of them, this may be something they just do in their family, and so they try and do with you because it's a type of camaraderie to them. It's companionship meant. It's not meant to be an abusive way, and so they aren't understanding that. You might want to avoid delicate negotiations on Wednesday and Thursday, as few people will be willing to compromise, and a tendency to jump to conclusions could lead to projection and misunderstandings. Weekend outlook. Saturday's big-hearted vibes make it an excellent day for volunteering, while Sunday is a perfect time to get organized. Tips for a 5-star week. Focusing on nourishing your love life with a partner who fuels your soul. Collective. Interesting energies. Someone's obsessed with part of this collective. They've tried to do a binding on you. If you can't figure it out by the full moon, you will know who it is. It is not connected to you. You can, however, learn to trace it. I'm going to pull some through astrology. Please remember to be shielding yourselves daily. If you need that prayer, it is on the post. Asteroid Lilith. Yes, big on boundaries, what we will and will not allow in our lives. According to ancient Jewish mythology, Lilith I'm sorry, I think I need some water real fast. Alright, according to ancient Jewish mythology, Lilith was Adam's first wife before Eve. Lilith eventually chooses exile because she's unwilling to be subservient to her husband, represented as a sexually free female demon of the night, but she is not. She is often disparaged in traditional texts. Asteroid Lilith represents sexual liberation, standing up to power and feminine rage. Again, what we will and will not tolerate. For some of us understanding, it's better to walk away. Others, you're very free-spirited and strong. And so, some egotistical, weird thing has its sights on you. thinks it can do things to you and it cannot. They've done this to other energies, like, try to. When I say this, they've tried to put bindings on people. But they can't. But they think they do, and it's just because they keep thinking and trying to do dark magic. There's a big lesson to end of the line for someone there. Because they didn't learn the lesson the first time. They've had karma before, and they're just too stupid to, like, learn. Alright, Uranus. This is going to be unexpected. Sometimes called the Great Awakener, brings the drama. It is associated with unexpected change, innovation, discovery, liberation, and structural transformation, and can cause a lot of upheaval. Personally, politically, systemically, and generationally, Uranus likes to stir the pot, so expect the unexpected with this planet. Some of us looking at changes in, like, war statuses. There may be a new invasion of a country soon that we need to be aware of. So just looking into that. Some big shifts happening this year, though, so be aware, collective. I have a lot of systems crashing. I have a lot of systems changing or being overthrown. Big liberation phase this year. Uranus likes to stir the pot, so expect the unexpected with this planet. Uranus can also add a quirky, trailblazing, freedom-loving vibe to our charts. Uranus changes zodiac signs approximately every 7 years. Looking 7 years ago to 7 years now for something. There's a pattern in something that you can find that'll help you understand why certain countries are having certain things happen this year. The moon. The moon represents our emotions. It's part of ourselves that we cannot express but feel intuitively on a deep level. The moon, which changes zodiac signs every 2 to 5 days, shows our innermost emotional preferences, which are safeguarded in our hearts and rarely shared with others. Traditionally, the moon represents our relationship with our own mother, the way we nurture others, as well as where and how we feel safe within relationships with others and with ourselves. Alright, Gemini. I've got clear understanding and definitely receiving information by Gemini on something in the collective that you are supposed to know about, supposed to help about, could be bringing aid about to it. Geminis are chatty, social butterflies of the zodiac, represented by the twins and ruled by the planet Mercury. This sign is all about fun, communication, and conversation. They are amazing friends. I have someone around you receiving duality, and for some of you, you have a slower energy or they have a block that they're not understanding. But by the full moon, they will see your side of something. Or you can see a big transformation in them by then. Like they're really trying, and there's clear signs that they do understand and are trying to respect this boundary. They are amazing friends and tell the most captivating and hilarious stories. Geminis are playful, affectionate, and curious, but they can also be thoughtful and serious thanks to their dual nature. Seeing some other side to something and trying. Understand that the communication you and someone else are trying to have is supported. Others of you, I've got that dark energy that's trying to bind you in some way. If you can't figure it out, you're getting some kind of information by the full moon to where you're going to see clearly who is trying to bind you and why. Because some of you are like, why would anybody try and bind me? Nine of Swords. Check your feelings, your mental state, thoughts that don't seem like your own, visions that aren't things that you would normally think of, feelings, sensations, things that it has to do with what's being sent to you. Others of you, it's just this stress about this person understanding your boundaries. Are they ever going to get this? I am serious about this, and it's like they won't take it seriously. I have given this time, and it's not doing what I think it should do. Am I better off going on my own? I really got you in an ultimatum for someone here, and it's like, yes, I will move away from this. I feel like I can grow better, thrive better, and do better on my own. Others of you, someone's trying to bind you because of your bright light, your beauty, something that you radiate, an energy. For some of you, they've never connected to your energy and they just think that they have. 8 of Cups, walking away from what doesn't fulfill us. Some of you have pauses in the future. Others of you, this is just what you're explaining to them. Like, if this change doesn't take place, I will leave. And you should, because you don't feel balanced. You don't feel supported. You don't even feel respected. Like, they're trying to knock down all your shit, and you're like, no, dude, no. Just no. King of Swords. Yeah. I've got you in your headspace a lot. Others of you, understanding why you haven't felt so grounded lately. What attack you went under. Again, bindings for someone. Figuring out how to clearly say what you need to say to someone. For someone here, you're going to be lost in your thoughts and, okay, I know what I need to say in a way, but not fully what to say to them. For some of you, watch going back and forth in your mind a lot and imagining scenarios like the argument and it's not even going to go that way. You know what I'm saying? 6 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. We're moving on from this lack either way. For some of us, yeah, they're coming with us. They're going to work on it. They're going to receive the information and understand how this is bringing lack. You know what I mean? Others of us, you know, it is what it is. You need to value yourself. You got to value yourself. 7 of Wands, yes. 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands, and Strength. Stepping in our power and walking away. Three of Pentacles and 4 of Cups. Some of you are going to be moving on and working with others. Taking time and space during that. I have this week especially. For some of you, this can apply to an energy later on. But definitely just being like, I need to pull to myself and find peace from working with this group. Miscommunications again for some. Some message isn't going to be received or someone's going to bitch because it's like a group project and the group votes for this color and there's like this one person who's like, but I really wanted aubergine. You know what I mean? And it's like, Luce thought about the aubergine if I have to hear about you bitching one more time. Ace of Swords, clear communication though. You got a little bit of clouds, but they're not going to disrupt the whole week. You know what I mean? Or this argument isn't going to destroy the project. Others of you, your clear communication does lead to those peace spots that you need. This person's going to work on it. That's the majority of the collective. This person's going to work on it. 5 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and 6 of Cups. Just beware, it may turn into a little bit of an argument. Again, they are going to work on it. But how things come out might not go good. If you're going to try and talk to them, please try and talk to them on like Tuesday or Friday versus that Wednesday, Thursday period where it's like messages aren't going to be received well. Tensions are different. Energy's just off those days. So, midweek, not the best. The Lovers. Yeah. They want to be strong for you. They want to take the time to work on this. They want you to feel loved and appreciated and valued. And yeah, for some of you, you've got a big playful spirit around you. And it's like they were just trying to play with you. They weren't trying to hurt your feelings. None. Like, they want to cry because they upset you. The High Priestess, yeah. So just be aware of that. They're going to try and listen better. Listen to you. Listen to guides better because they want this to work. The Magician. Level ups in self, but being able to create with this energy around you. And grow with this energy. 9 of Swords, Page of Cups, 4 of Cups. Again, I have an apology. This person doesn't want to miss out on an opportunity with you. Lord. And then for some of you, I've got energy around you that never had a chance with you. That is just like, but I think I do. And I was like, you really don't. You really don't. Five of Swords and Queen of Cups. Big emotional breakthroughs in your relationships, though. You know what I mean? I have you in emotional turmoil over this fight. Getting peace from it. Others of you, it's just the argument about this collaboration. But you get through it. You've got a lot of emotional strength. You actually end up being strong for somebody else here in the group. Like, you end up being the one like, yeah, no, I know, I kind of want to stab this person too, but we got this, yay. You end up pulling strength out of nowhere for somebody else. King of Swords. You might be pulling more on communicative skills than you're used to. You might even normally be the quiet one in the group that kind of just gives the aid and listens to directions, and you're going to be one speaking up a little bit more this time. You're supposed to kind of be stepping into like a authoritative speaking role where I can hold boundaries and speak and it be received, or I can bring a kind of light in a time of need. So there's a reason that you're being called on to ask, to talk. The Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah, you need to look at this from a different perspective, hon. You're being given a big opportunity in some way to show growth. Big love growth here. There's someone around you, they really do want to make this work, and it's like they're trying. But because of that, you guys have a level up in your relationship to look forward to. Page of Wands. Being aware, immature intentions. Others of you, it's just bringing that playful energy into this if you can. Whatever situation that is. 8 of Cups. Don't seem to walk away. Others of you, I see you picking up cups with someone. Like they're working on the stuff. Like, yeah, I know I hurt you, but... And it's fixing it. 2 of Pentacles. I have you deciding not to walk away from a project for some of you. Or an entity. And others of you... I have you being like, it's enough is enough. I'm better on my own. 2 of Wands. Page of Swords. Seven of Wands. You guys have discernment here. If you don't feel like you understand which one applies to you, please do a meditation. Communicate with your spirit guides. And really understand, right? Communicate with me. What is the truth? You know? I'm always available for you guys. Unless you're a demon and then I don't work with you. They be like, I'm trying to connect to Kirsten. I'm trying to connect to God. I can't. Peace. Finding peace. A state of mental and emotional balance. Free from anxiety and disturbances. They can't rock your pace. Like, they're getting conjured on and they think that you are in these states of anxiety all the time and you are terrified and that you're sick and that you don't think that you can survive on your own and that you feel weak because you're so strong. That Lilith fierce bitch that you are so strong. So they keep getting conjured on by spirit guides where they're like, we think all these things, you know what I mean? That you're in suffering and you're like, I didn't even have a heart palpitation over that. Like, when you get a meditation and a download later and actually understand what had been happening around you, you'll be like, they really thought all that shit? Others of you, we are just standing in a strength where we can maintain our peace. Others of us are going to be stepping into a new strength where our communication helps bring peace to another. Just like making that joke on the job. Inaction, not taking any steps or making any efforts towards a situation or problem. Taking that pause. For those of you, the ones who don't take action to do the things that you asked of them, you'll understand why you end up leaving them, because that's not healthy. Boundaries should be respected. Others of you, I have you tapping into peace and not reacting. Something's going to happen in the middle of the week or this weekend, and it's going to push you to the point where you're like, that's a new, I feel like I would have normally broken and like snapped and punched somebody or something, but I didn't. So, you know, go you. Bitches can be trying, I get it. Repair, correction, restoring to its original state, the effort to fix or repair. Again, for some of you, co-collabing is going to be stressful at some point this week. It'll buff out, but it could go better. It could definitely go better. Relax, relieving stress or tension, and relaxing by distancing from intense thoughts. Getting away from fears here for some of you over whether this energy is going to step up or not. Getting past fears where it's like, is this repairable or not? Family, connection, unconditional love, support, shared history, belonging, protection, and emotional bonds formed through blood or chosen family. For some of you, family can help you. For some of you, this new energy that'll be headed towards you will get along very easily with your family. For others of you, I see where you could worry about them getting along with your family, but overall they'll be fine. Right, and stubbornness. Again, you can't even hear the shit they're trying to send to you. On the flip side, if you are seeing things, feeling things, hearing things, please pray. If you're putting your armor on and you're still going through this, understand you signed up for a battle. It's not going to be the demon that's doing it to you. It is your spirit guides. And when you understand what's going on with the others on the other side, it all makes sense. To be honest, the only things that don't want to believe in it are demons, and it's because they just want to pretend that they can do whatever they want to whoever they want. Because they're delusional and they lie to themselves. Live and learn. They really can't get the lessons. You have Others of you, you've passed some tests and you're about to prove it and bring it to the collective in a physical way. Big talks, man. Using your throat chakra to bring healing in some way. Curse. They can't do shit to you. They try and hex you, bind you. They can't do shit. Others of you, this relationship feels like a curse. Yeah, marriage. For some of you, it's not worth committing to. And then for others of you, this honestly is an energy that will work on, is working on, and will respect you and all that kind of stuff. And it is worth sticking with. You're going to see that this has long-term quality to it. Withdraw. Dude, there's a fiend for your energy. Like, they cannot wait for the next time that they get to see you. First thing on their mind when they wake up, like before they go to bed, all they do is think about you. All the time. It is unhealthy and obsessive. Natural disaster. This thing's trying to disrupt your life. Wishing bad, like you'll have car problems so it can assist you. You might have something break so you need to call on them for a repair. Like they are literally praying and wishing bad on you, trying to do bad magic on your shit to get it to break. All kinds of crap. Trying to get your job taken from you so that you're in a state of dependency. They want you to need them. For some of you have an ex around you that can't get over it and their family is toxic as hell. Sweetheart, you have someone new headed towards you. For some of you, you're about to have your next best and like you meet the thing of your dreams and there's a baby and like this whole brand new life that is a present and stuff, and this thing just has to watch you go on. Because you might have ended up with a demon. Whether they were a demon when you ended up with them or they devolved into it. You know what I mean? Shit happens. But, like, you're getting away from it. Starting a family with somebody else. Go you. Yeah. Eternal love and triumph. Hon, you got something so much better. Get away from psycho. If you haven't already. Most of us... I've got us, we're away from psycho. I do that part of my collective being like, maybe that does apply to me. So, you know what I mean? Just pray. But back to the messages here. They can't touch you, hon. Whoever's obsessed with you that wants you, they can't stop you from who you end up with. They can't chase away suitors off. They can't ruin your reputation enough to where nobody wants you. You have somebody that's in it for a great chapter. Introvert and promise and memory. Oh my Lord, with illness. Hun, the more you look back at this relationship, you're just like, it was never an actual relationship. Others of you, someone around you might not understand your need to pull and go within and have more introverted time. You might have somebody very social or somebody who loves being around their family a lot and you're just not used to groups, or you struggle with dealing with extra energy on a regular basis, and so you need to figure out like, okay, maybe I do want to be in that family more. Like, you know what I mean? You're trying to figure out how to make it work, but explaining that and figuring out, is there like a safe space? Like, can I go to the basement? Would you be willing to take trips to me and hold my hand so I can go to the basement and calm down if I get overstimulated around your family? And I know I've been there before too, where it can seem like a burden at times to need assistance when we get overstimulated. But this person would be more than willing to take your hand and go down to the basement. So just know that. Alright. Let's get into spiritual gifts here. Reiki. For some of you, carrying a stone with you maybe will help you. There's lots of calming stones. Chrysocolla is going to actually help somebody more than amethyst. Turquoise can be very calming. Teacher. Souls, heritage, parts of, healing, purpose, and identification. Science. I've got demons, identification, trapping, punishment, death, and probation. And then prayer warrior. Understanding what aid that brings. Prayer is so strong, y'all. I've got whole life, sexual energy on the bottom. I mean, seriously, this energy is trying to hex you, thinking that they can put you in financial despair and make them, or make you need them. I got a farmer here and then a guard. Alright. Protection and flexibility, 3313. The cave hands of Argentina and a prehistoric bamboo forest, Southeast Asia. Strength and self, though. You are very strong. Making sure that we're writing down anything that happened to us. Learning to be like magma for someone here. I've got a transformation you need to go through. Energy shifting for someone's big. Others, understanding how to protect yourselves verbally. What's worth bending on and not bending on. Right? Defending it, though. Defend it. Be that tiger when you need to be. 12 with exuberance. The Roaring 20s in Paris. Trying to bring joy into it. Again, this weekend, things should be better between you and this energy. If you're working on a group project, by the weekend, that morale should be back up again. It should be fun again to be working on the project. I've got 8 in courage with Vikings in the New World. Have faith in yourself, hon. Understand your strength. By the end of the week, you should. You should really understand how much you've grown. If you have doubts in your relationship, by this weekend, you should kind of see clearly that you chose someone different this time. Or you chose a similar energy enough to where it's like, this isn't going to be worked on. You can recognize that it's an immature energy that isn't going to grow at the end. But definitely clarity about the full moon. Who needs to stay and who needs to go. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon, yeah. Be willing to listen. Be willing to give them a chance. Because for some, this wasn't meant in malice. You know what I mean? It's just whatever happens. It could just be a fight because, like, I mean, they don't normally bitch that you're making nacho cheese, right? Like, you decide to eat nachos, and they come home, and they just had a shit day at work, and they freak out over nachos for no reason. And you're like, what the hell? Right? Like, why am I getting yelled at over some nachos? But then later, it's like, you might be able to understand, like, it was, like, the worst day that they've had in a year or something. Or, you know what I mean? It was a lot. Others, you're like, that's, you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. This is the flag, and I'm identifying it, and we are getting the hell out of Dodge. Okay? A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. For some of you, it's out with the old and with the new. right? And this one is like balanced. It's a good energy. It's an honest one. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Dude. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Right. There's a big shift happening. You're gonna understand why by the end of it. Let's pull you some stones for this week, loves. We've got black tourmaline. Protection and defense. Understand that you are. For some of you looking into that, I've got a sparring partner. By the way, if anyone needs one around here locally, like, I'd love to hit the gym and, like, karate chop a motherfucker. Look at me up, Bob. Ew. Powerful shield. Mind instills self-confidence, boosts positivity, inspires compassion and tolerance, protects the soul, connects the Devic energies in the planet. If anybody has been sensitive to EMF, maybe carrying that with you would help. Do more TR... Right. That was fun. Oh, shit, I'm blurred. Boo-boo. Sorry. Oh, shit. Understanding your soul journey. Past life revealer. High to extremely high. Psychosomatic. Cellular memory instills self-confidence, supports courage, fosters patience, and self-love. Oh, Sugar Light. I love Sugar Light. Those of you who have autism looking into this, I love that bracelet on high days. You know what I mean? Living your truth. Loving kindness. Vibration is high. This stone brings light and love into the darkest situations. Heart brain. Okay, what am I looking for? Reminds the soul of its reasons for incarnating. Brings spiritual love and wisdom. Assists in channeling. Fostering forgiveness and eliminating hostility, big too. If you have somebody who struggles with anger management, that bracelet could be helpful, especially if they're trying to like control themselves and they're just kind of new to it. Them Sugar Lights help. Be sweet, bitch. Be sweet. Routine and repetition. Cycles, recognition, repeat, and break. Let me get another one out. Surrender, acceptance, being willing to go with the flow and make the change instead of resist it. All right, and then we have inner strength and warrior. Tap into that, my love. Understand how strong you are. Fight for what's right for you. I've got you doing that this week. And you'll be good. Some of you tapping into Amber for balance and renewal will help you after this conflict that you might have to face.